What's going on, everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Earlham Teambuilder Dynasty here on NCAA Football 14, featuring that college football revamp, of course, and we got a good one in store today. We are taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide, led by our former offensive coordinator Ryan Pugh, and he's got a good squad to work with to start things out. His first game at Alabama, he's got an A- overall squad, B- offense, A defense. We got a B+ overall squad with a B offense, A- defense. And listen, man, Lee Corso, they jumped off the Earlham bandwagon real quick, man. They're rocking with Alabama. Alabama has not played a single game yet this season. Could be because of the SEC bias. Could be because we lost to Southern Miss last week, but we got to go ahead. We got to work some things out, but I think we can do it. Let's see if we can make it happen. One thing that I did forget to mention, in both the offseason episode and episode number 1 is that our defensive coordinator, he actually is the one of our old customer recruits. Cameron Frost, he was was a free safety for us. He graduated last season. We had a defensive coordinator position open, and you know what? We know what he could bring to the table, so, we brought him along, man. He did have a good first game coaching-wise, giving up, 30-plus points to a team we're supposed to beat, but, he's young, and he'll eventually figure things out here, eventually. But, that being said, he's a big 4-2-5 kind of guy, but let's see how he can do as a coach. But with that being said, it is time for us to go ahead, go on the road to take on the Alabama Crimson Tide. It's going to be a good one, man, so make sure you smash that like button, hit subscribe, shoot, even hit me up in the comments down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and get some good quality football in. Let's get it, baby. But let's go ahead now and officially get things underway, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. And right now, our coordinator dialing up a play for the quarterback, and he might be able to take it into the end zone. Very first play, Jermaine Williamson, 75-yard carry. That's not how we wanted to start things off, considering we just lost to Southern Miss last week. So we got some work to do. We definitely have plenty of work that needs to be done, but Nate Hunt does bring him back a little bit. Gets him, a little bit farther away from our backfield. So let's see if our defense can step up early here. 2nd and goal, trying to get it to the corner of the end zone. Looking for Jaquise in the back. It was a beautifully thrown ball too, but it's incomplete. And now we got him to a 3rd and goal. Can we hold these offense to a field goal? As now, Williamson dropping back. He's going to throw it into the end zone. Finds Nathan Woods in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And the Alabama Crimson Tide strike first here. And this first drive for us is going to be really big for us as well. We got to make sure that we get off to a better start on offense than we did last week. We was playing catch-up essentially the entire time. We cannot do that against a team that's talented like Alabama. And right now, it seems like we're doing that. We're doing a better job of establishing that running game. Daniel Carrington getting a little bit more involved here early on. 2 carries, 11 yards. We're going to have to eventually pass the football too, whether that will come through a play action or, through other means as well. CJ Patton's going to have to come with the A game if we're going to come ahead and win this one here as well. As we got 1st and 10 coming up here, going to hit him with a read option. And Daniel Carrington actually gets himself a really nice hole upfield. It's going to go for a gain of 12. And it does give us a 1st and 10 to work with once again. Going to try to hit him with a play action as CJ dropping back, trying to find Jeremy Sprinkle Jr. We had him open over the middle of the field. But it's going to be incomplete, though. And it will lead to 2nd and 10 as CJ looking for some space over the middle. Patrick Starr, you got to compete for that football, man. That almost was an interception. And he didn't even try to go after it. Let's see if he can redeem himself here on this 3rd and 10. As we do end up going back to Patrick Starr on the very next play. And we're going to get ourselves a first down. So the drive will still continue for us for the time being as we try and go with another play action. We throw a little short over to Jake Elliott, but he still is able to go ahead and make the catch for us. His first catch of the day. And Jake Elliott, he's going to be a guy that's going to really have to step up for us here once again, as we do get another 6-yard gain here for Daniel Carrington. So 4 rushes, 29 yards thus far today. It's 3rd and 2 now coming up here. CJ dropping back, trying to get it over to his receiver, but it's not on target. That should have been an easy first down, but it's not the case. And now 4th and 2, gonna go for it here on 4th down. Not trusting the new kicker, and it's almost intercepted. And CJ Patton nearly throws a pick on his first drive. We had to turn the ball over on downs, but we will get the ball back on a 3 and out. And Derek Blue, he gets a jet sweep, and he's got some speed. Nobody catching him, and he's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Earlham. Derek Blue, the senior wide receiver, back from his torso injury. He was out most of last season. It is so nice to have him back. I'll tell you what, man, we certainly missed him, at certain points of last season. Still won a championship, don't get me wrong now, but we definitely missed him. We were able to get the game all tied up again at 7 apiece, but the Alabama Crimson Tide are going to be looking to try to retake the lead here real quickly, as we got another 1st and 10. Williamson dropping back, throwing a dot over the middle, and ends up finding Charles Jaquise for a gain of 24. As the Alabama Crimson Tide now deep in our territory, they look to try to reestablish the lead here as they go with a quick bubble screen over to Fabian Siegel. And he gets lit up like a Christmas tree by MJ Granson, and as that was the last play of this first quarter. We still got a pretty tight one after 1 quarter of play. It's still all tied up at 7. And we got a big one here to start this second quarter. 3rd and short. Trying to keep them in the confines of that first down marker. They're trying to throw to the right-hand side. Gets it out to Patton, who runs it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And Thomas Patton, the younger brother of CJ Patton, actually gets in the end zone. And we're down once again, now down 14-7. It's time for our offense to try to respond once again. And this crowd is something else. This is the toughest stadium that we have played in, I think, in this entire series. I think even with a Clemson game, we didn't even have to go to Clemson. And it's showing here a little bit with our passing attack somewhat, as we're having some struggle trying to pass this football around. So 3rd and 2, once again, going to try to go to Derek Blue, get another jet sweep going for him, and we're getting some good blocks. Derek Blue, he's off to the races. He does get caught from behind, though, but another big run for him. Gain of 33 for Derek Blue. As we got another 1st and 10 to work with. You'll love to see it, as CJ, he's looking over the middle, was looking for his running back, Carrington. That was also off target. So a 3rd and long coming up here. See if we can pick up this first down. As we try to set up the halfback screen. The blocking's there, but it does not last forever. Daniel Carrington could not get to the first down marker. But you know what they say, as the great Uncle Sam's once said, scared money don't make any money. As we go for the 4th down conversion, and Jake Elliott nearly gets it in the end zone for us, but we keep the drive alive. As 2 plays later now, 2nd and goal. CJ gonna run it with Deontay McCary, who gets his first collegiate touchdown. You love to see it. And this game is now all tied at 14 apiece. And after another 3 and out that we forced on Alabama, we give ourselves an opportunity, at least for the very first time today. Let's see if we can actually take the lead. We have not led very often in this season, have definitely been playing from behind a little bit more than we've been accustomed to the past couple of seasons. Let's see if we can start changing that right here, right now. Get a good touchdown drive together. As we got 2nd and 5 now coming up. 4 wide set, trips to the right. We get it out, short throw to Patrick Starr, who couldn't get upfield though. He couldn't stop his momentum in time. He had that first down and then some. He had blocking too. So now 3rd and inches coming up here. Alabama trying to play for the run. We still running with the football anyways, and Daniel Carrington picks up a gain of 12. First down for the Earlham Quakers. As we're now in Bama territory, another 1st and 10 coming up. CJ gonna hand it off to Daniel Carrington, who breaks the tackle, tries to fight forward and gets across the 30-yard line in the process. As we got another 1st and 10 coming up. CJ dropping back, looking around, gonna throw it over the middle to Jake Elliott. But Jake Elliott drops the pass. He done dropped it. And now leads to 2nd and 10 as CJ in the shotgun. This time getting out to Patrick Starr, who's seeing his star rise a little bit here. Just coming out of nowhere, and he's been producing in his first couple of games. As we try to throw to the right-hand side again, but this time Brian Jones sniffs it out. Another incompletion. As now we got 3rd and long coming up here. CJ dropping back. Gonna try to throw it over to Price Jr., who hangs on and makes the catch. Robert Price with his first catch of the day. And we're only a handful of yards away from punching it in the end zone, and we will do just that. Daniel Carrington gets it in the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. And we're back on top here. We're up 21-14. As Alabama looks like there is still some time for them to get some points on the board. Let's see if they can do that before we go ahead and get into the locker room. As we got 1:31 left here in this first half as Williamson dropping back again. Throws short over to Patton. He's got a touchdown grab already. Dangerous man, breaking multiple tackles on a way to a first down. And Alabama is on the move, going no huddle, trying to get it out in the open space, but Finn Otis breaks it up. Nice little deflection for our star defensive lineman. Is now 2nd and 10 once again. Throwing over to the left-hand side. Gets to Thomas Patton. He was open in the left-hand side. Safety could not get there soon enough. And that's, something that we're certainly missing out there in the secondary. Justin Burton was out there playing that position last year. That would have been picked off if it was last year. But now they're taking advantage of those the slower safeties that we have in the back line of our defensive backfield. And so, defense, I know it's 94 overall. It's supposed to be a really beastly defense. But don't get it twisted. We certainly have some holes on the defensive side of the football. And that's something we'll have to work on with recruiting. Hopefully we get some safeties in, at the end of this season. But Williamson, he's going to throw another pass over to Thomas Patton. He picks up a gain of 6. And it's another 1st and goal for the Crimson Tide, who look to tie this game back up. And will do so, finding Samson Hawkins in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And this game is all tied at 21 apiece. It is now time for our offense to take the field now. 2nd and 10. Following the touchdown drive is Patton looking to the opposite side, but he gets intercepted. Linebacker sunk back. CJ Patton never ended up seeing him. And Alabama gets a crucial interception, but we do get bailed out as poor clock management is going to keep this game all tied up at 21. But let's go ahead and get this second half officially underway. And after a bad punt by us, we are in a really bad spot right now. Gotta try to take care of business. Make sure that we hold on to the fact that this will remain a tied ball game. So let's see if we can do just that. 3rd and long coming up here as Williamson drops back the pass, but is going to be intercepted by MJ Granson. Oh my goodness. The first interception of this ball game. And finally, it took us a couple games to do it, but we finally got our first turnover of the season. And now let's see if our offense can get some momentum off that. Jake Elliott getting a catch for the first down. Let's see if we can challenge them downfield, though. Go with the 4 verticals, but they do a nice job covering the 4 verts. So CJ Patton, he runs for it. He's going to fumble it, but at least the fumble goes out of bounds. So we'll still have the football here. Got to be a little bit more careful, though. It's got 1st and 10 coming up. Patton in the shotgun. Get it out to Derek Blue quickly over the middle. And he picks up a gain of 6. His 2nd catch of his game. Hasn't been doing much receiving, but he's been able to impact in other ways as well. Has got another 2nd and short. Going up to Patrick Starr, who snags that in heavy traffic as well for the first down. And another 1st and 10 coming up, trying to challenge downfield once more. Getting it out to Derek Blue, who gets his biggest catch of the day. Gain of 18. So we're in the red zone, man. We have a chance to go ahead and take the lead here. 3rd and long coming up here is Patton. Trying to throw it out to the left-hand side, but he was trying to throw off his back foot and just was not an accurate pass whatsoever. But again, you know, coach wants us to go for it here. You know, I'm down with it. Gotta make sure we pick up the first down, but Derek Blue tries the end route a little bit too late. And once again, we gotta go ahead and give the football back to the Crimson Tide. The 2nd time that we went about, you know, going for a 4th down, but not getting the first down following. So we're 0 for 2 on 4th down conversions so far. We got to be a little better than that. And it definitely hurts not having as good of a kicker as we've been accustomed to, you know, for most of this series. And now our defense in a tough spot. They're going to have to respond, make sure that we don't allow any points once again. Let's see if they're up to it, though. 2nd and 14 coming up. Williamson, 4 wide set. Going to get it out to the right-hand side. Gets to Charles Jaquise. And he picks up another gain of 23. Burning Tim Simmons on the, you know, on that little out route that happened right there. And we're going to get burned again. Another play. And again, it's Charles Jaquise once more. Gain of 22. He's got a 2nd and long coming up here. Williamson going to hand off to Hopkins. But the Alabama offensive line actually gets pushed back. You don't see that very often. As now, 3rd and long coming up. Williamson dropping back, facing some pressure. And that's a huge sack by Chris Ty. And I will make sure that Alabama is not in field goal range. So once again, it still will remain tied. And we'll get the ball back ourselves. As now, 1st and 10. Looking around, trying to get it over the middle. But it's incomplete. Timing might have been a little bit off there on that mesh pattern. So going to go ahead and try to run with the football here on a 2nd and long. As Daniel Carrington, he's going to take the carry up the middle. And it goes for a gain of 8. As now, 3rd and short coming up here. They're going to try to get one more play off before the end of this 3rd quarter. Carrington does at least pick up the first down for us. So we at least don't go 3 and out. But man, we got another tight ball game on our hands. Get your 4s up in the comments or in the chat. This is going to be a really close one. This is going to be going down to the wire. Can we get our first win of the season on the road? So let's go. 4th quarter now officially underway. We got 2nd and long now coming up as Daniel Carrington running up the middle, trying to pick up a first down, but it's going to be just shy. Daniel Carrington having a nice day, though. Almost 100 yards on the ground. Let's see if he can get to that 100-yard benchmark on this play right here as we go to Carrington again, who bounces it outside, but he fumbles the ball. Daniel Carrington. It was going to happen with our younger halfbacks. You know, this is a young group of guys on the offensive side of the ball. But a critical mistake right there. And thankfully, Bama doesn't make us pay for it. They go 3 and out on their next possession. But we can't have those kind of mistakes this late in the game. We are actually very fortunate that Alabama could not do anything with the football. As now, 1st and 10. Bannon dropping back. He's looking around. Going to throw it out to Daniel Carrington. And nearly picks up the first down in the process. A gain of 8 for him. As now, 2nd and short here coming up. Going to go ahead. Hand it off to Daniel Carrington once again. He's been feeling himself all day today. And look at that. Breaking one tackle. Trying to break another tackle. He gets stuck on Derek Blue. Just getting stuck on so many guys, you know. It's definitely a different running back than what C.J. Holman was for us in the past. C.J. Holman tries to run away from you, but, you know, McCary and Carrington, those are both guys that actually want to go about seeking contact and proving just how tough they are. Has got a 2nd and 5 coming up here, trying to throw over the middle. Finds Eric Price Jr. and he goes all the way for a gain of 19. And we're in deep in Alabama territory, looking to punch it in. Bannon trying to throw it up for Jake Elliott, who gets it into the end zone. Touchdown, Earlham. Let's go, baby. Come on. What a play by Jake Elliott. And that gives us the lead here with less than 3 minutes left. As Hawkins, he's going to carry the ball upfield himself. And almost picks himself another first down here too. As now, got 2nd and 8 coming up. Williamson going to try to get it on the read option. David Smith making the tackle, but also picks up the first down here. As Alabama moving forward, getting it to Hawkins again. Trying to run to the outside, but that time it's cut off by Chris Ty, who gets his 3rd TFL of the day. And let's see what we can also do. 2nd and 14, Williamson facing some pressure, couldn't get it out. He had a receiver open downfield, but just barely overthrew him. And now it's 3rd and long. Gotta pick up this first down here. They need it bad. Williamson dropping back. Gonna face some pressure though, and it's Roderick Abraham, the starting defensive tackle. Not known for the pass rush, but he just stuck with it. Got chop blocked initially. And Roderick Abraham coming in, making a play for us. And Alabama actually punts the football over to us. They're going to trust the defense here. Let's see if we can make them pay for it. They're down to one more timeout. So one more first down right here should finish off the game for us. As we throw it out short, we get to Jake Elliott, who makes the guy miss, stays in bounds. A gain of 27, a huge play for us right there. And that means we can just go ahead, kneel it down, and we narrowly, and I mean barely, miss out on an 0-2 start. That would have been embarrassing, you know, coming off a national championship. But this team's able to, you know, figure some things out. You know, we played better than how we did back in the season opener. And playing in one of the toughest stadiums in all of college football. We find a way to win it. We're going to win this game by a score of 28-21. Keep our Finn National Championship hopes alive. But we also get our first win of Season 6. Alright, man. So our old coach did give us a really tough fight. But at the same time, though, we found a way to come out on top against our former coordinator. It was a close one, man. Back and forth affair. You know, it was just one of those things where either team could have won at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, we found a way to win. You know, we had more total yards on the ground today. You know, we didn't even punt the ball as often. And we did end up winning the time possession. All of those things, you know, helped out in making sure that we went about getting this dub here today. Checking out the stats for our guys once again, and it seems like C.J. Patton's getting a little bit more comfortable. 22 for 35, 214 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Meanwhile, down in the rushing game, Daniel Carrington had another really nice game once again. 25 carries, 159 yards, and a touchdown. Devontae McCary, who was also our backup running back, you know, he also found the end zone as well. 3 carries for 11 yards. Derek Bluvo was an absolute difference maker, at least on the ground. 2 carries, 74 yards, including a 41-yard touchdown. Now for the receiving game, Jake Elliott certainly led the day for us. He got the only touchdown pass that was thrown for CJ Patton. He ended up throwing he got 6 passes for 87 yards. That led all receivers on the day. Blocking did a really good job, as well as, our offensive line, really did some good stuff today. Ray Stevenson had 3 pancakes. Sam Price III had a couple of pancakes. And then Cornell Smith and John Bird also came in with a pancake themselves. And then on the defensive side of football, we certainly played significantly better than what we did in the last game, and I like to see that progression already. Nate Hunt once again did lead us in tackles. He ended up with 11 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a sack. King Ray wasn't too far behind. 6 tackles, 4 of which were solo, 2 assisted tackles, no sacks, no picks. Speaking of sacks, we did get to this quarterback quite a bit today. We ended up with 4 sacks on the day. Jamie Jenkins also ended up with a sack. That was his only tackle, though. Chris Ty had a sack, and then Roderick Abraham, he also ended up with a sack today as well. And not to mention, we actually got a turnover. It took us a couple of games to do it, but we did actually get a turnover. MJ Granson got our turnover, returned 4 yards. He also had 4 tackles in today's game. So thanks to that win against Alabama, we will, at least for right now, stay in the top 25. But it doesn't get much easier, though. We do continue our tougher non-conference schedule. We will be taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils in the next episode. It's going to be a good one. So make sure you smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you have to be brand new to the channel. And shoot, hit me up down in the comments down below as well. Love reading all of your guys' comments. But with that being said, I'm signing off, and I'm hoping you're all out there having a good one. Take care, everybody.